So the newest thing was last week we launched our kAI, or kAI, which is our AI feature that's part of our movie store now. And so if you have a movie store account, when you go onto the site, you can click on that kAI link at the top of the page, and it brings you into an AI interface that allows you to use natural language prompts and gives you natural language information back, and is contextual, so you can build on those prompts and continue to refine what you're looking for. It's just another way to help people who've got large collections find movies that they want to watch, or if they are looking for new movies to add, to find those. So the Strato V player was what we launched last July, and so that was basically new at the show last year. It was our foray getting back into an all-in-one standalone system, so you could get a player with some storage on it and be able to, for a single price, go and start your Kaleidescape system. And so that was really successful. Answered a couple of things that people have asked for a long time: Dolby Vision capability, lower price point, and with the new processor, it operates faster, so you get faster downloads. The menu system actually operates faster. You'll see it's more responsive. So all those things were improvements in this, but then people still came in and said, well, still too expensive, I want something less expensive. And so that's when we brought into this next line of our kind of mini players. And so the Strato E is full 4K, basically all of the capabilities of the Strato V player with slightly less memory. So this has just under a half terabyte, so this will get you about a half dozen movies on here. But again, with all of these players, they're all designed to manage the storage that's on them. So, knowing that there's only so much space, so you're going to just continue to buy movies and want to download movies. And so these players will look at whatever the oldest movie is that you've watched and automatically roll that off to make space for the next one, which at any time you can go back and re-download that movie. And as we've said, that with the new processor and the new capabilities, if you've got a gigabit Ethernet, you can download a movie in under 10 minutes. So it's a quick process. The last player then is the Strato M player, which is an extension of the line, again, to lower price point. For some people, it's a way to be the entry-level player. The restriction on it is that it outputs only at HD resolution, 1920 by 1080, but it's still using the same 4K movie file, and it does Dolby Vision, it does HDR, even at a lower resolution. And one of the benefits of that is because we're taking the 8 million pixels and scaling it down to 2 million pixels, we take the color information from those other 6 million pixels and use that to bulk up 422 color sampling in this. So it is the best HD movie player you're going to get. And so with that price point, it allows you to take a player, and if you really love watching movies in your media room, your theater, but sometimes you just want to watch the end of it in bed, I'd like to get another player. In your bedroom, you've got a 55-inch TV, and it's across the room. And so you're not going to see 4K resolution at that distance anyway. So you can get a lower cost player, put that in there, and then be able to have it in another room. Oh, absolutely. We're trying to expand the audience of people that the universe that can afford to get into Kaleidescape. And so this definitely did that. And, that we've got a number of online resellers. So if you go to our website and say, I want to buy one now, you can click on there and pick any of the ones that you like off of there, and they will be happy to sell you the player. They'll ship it to you, and that they're pretty easy to install, as you've seen. There was thousands of movies that were in one of the formats that the old players were able to handle, and the new players with new processors just aren't used to that, the old days. And so we've been doing that over the past year, and we're down to the last couple hundred titles, and I think that there's actually the latest software release that just came out, I think unlocks or whatever the capability to be able to play the last couple titles. So there's a few still left that we need to do more very specific manual updates on, but it's almost done. We never talk about what's coming next. So if we haven't announced it, that I'm not going to announce anything here. But so we are always, looking at the movement of standards and capabilities from what the movie industry is putting out in terms of different formats and things. So we want to be on the forefront of that, And so we belong to organizations that help us to make sure that we know what's coming and are a part of the standards development process. And so there's more stuff coming, and it's going to be great. We want to be a part of that process because, at the point where there's actually 8K content, we want to know what the format is that they're going to be using to deliver that to home, and so that we can be prepared to support that. So there's nothing to talk about at the moment, but we'll be prepared for it. Taking a step back. So we've been helping people watch movies for 25 years. And so we know from the disc days, the discs that people own and have put in and how often they watch those movies. So we have a very good history and understanding of what movies people want to see. And so we know the movies that people have watched on disc for years that we don't have. And so we look at the ones that are watched the most that we don't have, and that's the prioritization that we use to go after getting them into the store. So that's an ongoing effort. And the other side of the ongoing effort is that we also expanded into Australia this year. And so that's another set of licensing agreements. So we work with the studios to try and get as many movies available in Australia and continue to add to our UK store and even the Canadian store.